Now, when it comes to weighted dips, setup becomes even more important than any other setup that you do. You just can't afford to make any mistakes with this, as we're now utilizing load, so we need to ensure that we are in the perfect position and creating as much tension as possible prior to moving, so that we're moving safely and so that we are super stable. So first things first, we need to actually set up with the dip belt. Make sure that you've got a good dip belt. Some of them are rubbish, which means if you start to attach too much weight, this part here can essentially break and snap, and I've done that before. So get a good quality dip belt, number one. So I'm just gonna wrap this around. This loops into here, like so. Kneel down, thread this through. Really important that this is secure, because I've had accidents in the past where the lack of security has injured me in places that you don't want to be injured. So we're going to loop this into this one here and this loop here, like so, okay? So that is super secure now. Then, whoops, I'm going to stand up. When I stand up, I do a check. I just bounce, because it's the slipping that can cause accidents. So make sure that there's no slippage. Perfect. Then we come over and we start to focus on the setup. So what I'm going to do, hands on the dip bars like so. Then I get into the bottom range. That's where I always start from, because I need to make sure that that's where I'm stable and strongest. There's no point moving into that position from the top and then realizing, well, you won't realize, you'll just get injured. So we don't want that. So get into this position. I'm supported. I wedge, because you can see there was a bit of slippage, wedge the plate in between my legs, like so. Into position, forearms are vertical, elbows together, leg off, extend up, like so, before I go back down. Try and get as much range of motion as possible, and then we're up again. And then typically I finish by going down, feet to the floor, step back. Now you'll notice, in order for me to do that, this needs to be at chest height. If that was too high, I don't want to be jumping into position at all, because that's not stable. And I obviously don't want this to be too low, because we're going to be starting in just a position that's not going to allow us to get full range of motion in our dips. So make sure that you get this to the right height. Let me know your thoughts in the comments if there's anything I've missed. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next video.